Hello everyone, welcome back to the sideboard for the Cincinnati Legacy Open. Most of our pre-top four predictions went about to as expected. Caleb Durwood was the lone standout. He managed to take down Deshaun Balick, as you saw on camera, 2-0. Talking with Caleb after the match, he said he doesn't think it's as bad as he initially thought. Baleful Strix is an especially problematic card because once Baleful Strix is in play, Emrakul is not actually lethal. Caleb has all kinds of small permanents around he can just toss away to an Annihilator trigger. And post-board, Gristlebrand is not even that powerful due to Pithing Needle and Curse Totem really kind of gumming up the works. So he noted that the deck becomes a lot more like Hive Mind than Show and Tell in that it needs 3 cards to win rather than 2. And he was able to cobble together the wins once he had a plan after, thinking over the matchup a little bit more. He's up against another tough one this round. He'll be on the draw against Thomas Enevoldsen. Thomas is playing the Death and Taxes mono-white aggro deck. I think he feels like he has to have the advantage in the matchup. He's on the play, which is huge for an Aether Vial deck in general. He's also got access to Thalia, Rishadan, Wasteland. All of these cards are really frustrating for Caleb to have to deal with, and they're especially bad against a deck that runs Ancient Tomb and City of Traders. Rishadan is one of City of Traders' worst enemies. It's just a nightmare to have to play against the card. You're mulliganing almost every time you draw a city against a Rishadan Port, so I anticipate Tomas having a large advantage and likely advancing into the finals. In our next match, we have Joey Andrews, who's facing the same matchup he just defeated in top 8. This time it'll be Andrew Schneider playing Blue-Red Delver. I know that these players met in the Swiss of the tournament. I am not actually sure which of them won, but they're both here in the top 8, so clearly whichever one continued winning. Andrew Schneider has been playing Blue-Red Delver for a very long time. He's experienced in the Rug matchup. He knows that it's not great, but he obviously has a plan. He's beaten the deck before for sure. He didn't win 2 Legacy Opens with Blue-Red Delver by, dodging one of the most common matchups in the format. So I'd anticipate this to be very close. I still think just on paper, Rug Delver is a pretty large favorite. Nimble Mongoose and Tarmogoyf are just 2 very problematic cards, especially in Game 1. Games 2 and 3, when you can restructure your deck to be a little more burn heavy and try and just kill the opponent with your spells, it's not so bad, but you still have to avoid dying to those Nimble Mongooses and have the Submerge for the Tarmogoyf in the right spot. So I think Joey has the edge. Andrews proven he can turn it around, so I wouldn't count him out, but I'm going to go ahead and call it as Joey Andrews and Tomas are ahead. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to the booth while we get the players seated to start playing the top 4